did you know that, or let me ask you a more friendly question. You know Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, you know him quite well. Tell us a little bit about that and whether you have a relationship with him.
Well, I know him as a police official, a young man in the organization. I think I knew him many years ago. I'm not
He
sure.
was a youngster in KZN.
Yeah, I was still a youngster in KZN.
Okay.
I think I was by then a director. That was a brigadier then. I was a unit commander of the public order police in Durban. I think somewhere in the year 2000 or 2001, and he was around for, he came at the unit where I was for special task force selection. And they went for selection in the premises, and at some point, I don't know what happened there. Looks like the instructors cheated them in terms of points during selection. Like if you run or you jump certain kilos or you run whatever obstacles within certain minutes you pass, you don't do this, you fail. So how I know him, he just walked into my office at some point and he said to me, "Ena, you can't tolerate what's happening there." The beggar says, "But I mean, who are you? What do you want?" Then he explained himself that I think he was from Public Order Police, Shepstone. He's here for selection for task force, and either two of them and him were robbed or cheated on the selection. They are being made to fail, whereas there's one or two white guys that came behind them. They were made to pass. And so I said, okay, I could see that he was very unhappy. So I went there, the back. Well, I wasn't in charge of those people. They just came to use my premises for selection. So I went to see the instructor and ask as to what was happening. And I did find that, yeah, indeed there is a problem in terms of how they made some pass and some fail. And I said, no, you must rectify this. And they rectified it immediately. And he went for the special task force training. And he came back, stationed at Special Task Force Durban. He worked there. I forgot about him. And then one day he ventured again in my office and said, "No, you can't tolerate what's happening there because the whites are oppressing them and this and that. He wants to go out of this unit." And then I said, "Okay, how many Africans you are there?" I think there were 2 or 3 amongst over 20 or 8 or 12 whites. And I said, "No, but there is a beginning for everything. You don't run away, you stay there." Then I engaged the section commander in Pretoria for Special Task Force and the divisional commissioner about the conditions. And they addressed them, and then he stayed there for some time. And at some point, he was promoted, I think, a captain at the same unit. And he continued working. And later, I think he was promoted. I don't know whether he was promoted. He became a lieutenant colonel, I'm not sure. But I suspect he might have moved from captain to colonel. Appointed commander of Special Task Force in Pretoria. And he went, Pretoria, he worked there. And at some point, he came to say, no, he's tired of this discrimination. He wants out of this thing. And again, I said, but there should be black people in Special Task Force, and there's always a start. If those that we start with, you run away. And we can't tolerate this. And he referred to me, other people, like the guy he found in Durban, that guy is there in Durban, he's not moving anywhere, he's working nicely there, so why can't I be like him? Then I said, but there is a start for everything, then you must stay there. And at some point, I became national head of operations in Pretoria, so he was also falling within my my component. So those challenges still and now and then did come, and I would address them, because as a unit commander where he was, the section commander was a white guy, so, and yeah, eventually became a brigadier or director, and yeah, then he flew on his own. That's how I know him.
So you gave him wings? And he
Yeah,
just
it
took off.
wasn't easy, but
Well, and he seems to be the same. If he sees or senses or feels that he's not being fairly treated, he will complain and
Correct.
take up the issue. Is that how you know him?
yeah, no, that's how I know him.